Hajime finds an Etch-a-Sketch and shows Kana the portrait he made for her. Kana loves it and kisses Hajime on the forehead. I don't know why, but this actually just sounds like the most wholesome thing that's ever happened. Good day, good people. It is another fine day in the year of the Ascentuling. Dave and United States Aviator, welcome back to tag team action of the Danganronpa Hunger Games. And today, I bet you're wondering, what are we doing today? Well, I'll tell you what. Spring is sprung in the simulator of the Hunger Games, and it's gonna be a good time because we're gonna do some spring cleaning. So today we got the people who would be, the best at cleaning, the most organized folk, and they're here today. And let's just introduce all the teams who are here today because, we got a wheel to spin and, well, it could end. Prepare for trouble. Sonia and Gundam, the proud fathers, Taichi and Gerald, Fusion Ha, Taka and Hajime, the Asylum, Crazy Hyoko Extra Large, and the smaller Crazy Hyoko, the Big Sisters, Sharpshooting, Steel-Minded, Big Sister Sarah here with Hina, and the family, Kanon and Corey, Mind Trip, Pewter, and Yasuke, the Dark Arts Specialist, Lysithia and Kotoku, your agents of chaos, and the Pure Boys right next to them, Izuyoi and Joe, the champs, who have been just chilling this season because chaos is yet to reign, but today might be the day. As we scroll down, we see no AI in team, Alter Ego and Chiaki, the Accent Imposters, Teru and Celeste, Hope's Last Stand, Kibo and Makoto, Small and Mighty, Fuyiko and Mizuki, Shrouded in Mystery, Fat Togami and Kei, At Your Service, Karumi and Pennyworth, the strongest sweethearts are here, Gonta and Raph, Eye for an Eye. They might not always have 20/20 vision, but they can see enough to clean Murakata and Dimitri, the Headphone Vibe and Masaru and Yosuke, the mysterious mascots Monokuma and Teddy, Say It Ain't So, Kana and Aiko, the masterminds Monokuma. No, I don't know why I keep doing this! Monokuma! And Samuki, that's the second time. Rock Opera, Ibuki, and Rise, Homeroom, Chisa, and Usami, the Flourishing Florist, Daisaku and Dedu. Mask On, the Great Gozu and Seiko, the Secret Assassins, Maki and Kai, and lastly, Expert Deductions, Kyoko and Naoto, and there's no real and. OCs aren't this Sunday, they're next Sunday. Who do you got? First, second, and third? I need to know. I need to know ASAP because we got plenty of teams here to clean up the arena, thank goodness. Thank goodness. The wheel is all set, it's right here. I'm prepared to the T for this one. To the gills, I am prepared. Well, tell me first, second, and third, which team do you think would be the most effective cleaning duo? Besides At Your Service, because I think that's an easy pick. I think that's an easy pick. Yes, first, second, and third, and which team here do you think would be the best cleaning duo and the worst cleaning duo, actually? Give me the both of those. And while you do that, and make those in the comments, because the comments are important. Even if you don't usually comment, go ahead and comment this time, because you might have a good comment like this one. Or that one. Or even that one right there, I tell you what. Oh man, let me tell you. If there's one thing you gotta be able to make yourself do, it's to make yourself laugh. But this might not make the champs laugh. Because in 3, 2, 1. We got a big wheel. And the Dark Arts Specialists, they're not really playing around anymore. I know that they're like thinking, if we don't cash in, we just automatically get into the finale. However, if we do cash in, we can raise some havoc, some mayhem. What's their mindset today? Let's spin the wheel and find out. Just short of a 50-50. Tomorrow will be a 50-50 for the singles. I'm excited for that one. But we'll see what happens here as we let go. Will it be Order the Remains or Chaos Reigns? It will be Order Remains again. Shocking! shocking to say the least. Holy heck. The Dark Art Specialists, if that keeps up, could be the first team to hold onto that chaos and just force themselves into the finale. However, that might not happen. Mind Trip almost did it last time, but they cashed in on the last possible opportunity. I don't know how it's failed to hit so many times. Singles, it's already hit twice. And you know what? Wouldn't be surprised if Kaede has to defend tomorrow. But that's a tomorrow problem. That's a future AV problem, not a me AV problem. Me AV problem is just having a fantastic tag team match today. And picking which team would be the best cleaners, and other than at your service, might be the Flourishing Florist? Maybe. Maybe not, actually. Let me take that back. It low-key might be in the family, if I'm being completely honest. Worst cleaners might be Headphone Vibin'. I don't know how they snuck in this one, to be completely honest, but I was like, you know what? Y'all get in here. It's because they got the lo-fi beats in their ears, so they'll get into the cleaning groove. They'll start vibing when they're cleaning, and that's when you get your best cleaning done. But for first, second, and third, give me Eye for an Eye for first. I don't know why. I just have a feeling about them today. Small and Mighty for second, and give me Eye for an Eye, Small and Mighty, and no AI in TM. Yep, those are my three. Will it be a Jinx-tacular explosion? Of course not. But to get there, you know what we have to do. You know what I have to go and find. Whew, hit that music. I gotta get this die. It's one of those days where I have no idea where it is. Sooner or later, it's gonna have to show up. Do you see the die on the screen anywhere? Is it over there to the left? Am I looking to your left? Or the left of the screen? I am looking to the... I'm so great. Is it over there to the right? It's neither places. I wonder where that die could... Ha! Perfect. Alright, hopefully Thursday is not too upsetting me. Alright, let's... and not at me, it would be with you, because you're tripping. Alright. This might seem confusing to me. It'll make sense tomorrow. Alright. Let's go ahead. Let's roll this thing. 3. Just a solid 3 times. Alright. Sounds good to me. As we hit it 3 times. I mean, not 1 time. And not 2 times. But... 2. Oh, yes. The number that comes after 2. And possibly, maybe, quite confidently comes before 4. We're resimulating. 3. 3 times. All these teams are maybe or... Oh. Are they fighting for the championship? Hold on, I gotta... Record angles. Forward to the end. Really? Okay, that's nuts. Apparently not. What are y'all doing, Dark Art Specialists? Alright, enough of those shenanigans. Let's go ahead. Let's proceed, and let's see what unfolds as we start with the bloodbath. There are tributes standing on their podiums, and you know what they have to do? They have to listen attentively as the horn bearers do their job. The jobs that they have so rightfully earned and sound. The horns! Expertly done. You love to see it. As Samugi argues with Monokuma. For real? Okay. Dedu watches with envy as Taichi and Celeste kiss before leaving the cornucopia. Okay. Kurumi acts antisocial and refuses to introduce herself. Yosuke grabs a sword. Is that fitting? Does he use swords? Does he use swords? It's been so long, and I've had this man using a wrench for the longest time. Fatsugami breaks Mizuki's nose for a basket of bread. Gonta is trampled to death by Gundam, his partner, and Crazy Hiyoko in the initial rush to supplies raft. We gotta do something about that. we gotta work on your teamwork, boy. Yasuke grabs a shovel. Teddy comes to the arena to capture a dangerous killer that escaped from an insane asylum. Masaru runs away from the cornucopia, as does Kyoko. Kai cries in despair, accomplishing nothing really. Usami finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Kori comes into the arena to capture Naoto, a dangerous killer that escaped from an insane asylum. Naoto, you got something to tell us? Chisa and Ibuki fight for a bag. Ibuki strangles the singles agent of chaos with the straps and runs. Oh my gosh, Ibuki. Izuyoi takes a loaded shotgun from the supplies and fires it at Maki. Maki can see the pellets approaching in slow motion as Maki does. Dodges them all. Taka grabs a shovel, however. Seiko shoots an arrow into Dimitri's head. Nice, yes. Because I totally picked eye for an eye for the victory. Yep, that sounds about right. Fuyiko was ordered to come here by the all-powerful Asnir of the 39th dimension. You gotta stop making people come to these games. You gotta stop doing that. Alright, Munakata runs away from the cornucopia. Kana, Gozu, Hajime, and Aiko share everything that they've gathered before running. Kibo lies to Pennyworth about body swapping with Alter Ego to mess with them. They're probably killed to prevent a body swap win. That's fair. That is fair. And also, it would be rather believable if Kibo and Alter Ego swapped. I would believe that. That's one of the more sensible body switches. Kotoko runs away from the cornucopia, as does Teruteru, as does Joe and Hina. A stray bolt of lightning causes... Wait! Wait! Monokuma and Canada switch bodies, but... Rise runs away from the cornucopia. Pewter repeatedly stabs Crazy Yoko Extra Large to death with size. Rest in peace. I really do love Crazy Yoko Extra Large. I don't know why. Maybe because it's just ridiculous. Maybe the naming is ridiculous, but I love it. Sonya runs away from the cornucopia. Kay finds some Avia-shaped popsicles inside of the cornucopia. Those are exclusive to Avia's wares and despairs. Who put them in there? Gerald finds a bag full of explosive. Sarah runs away from the cornucopia. Makoto, Lysithea, and Chiaki work together to get as many supplies as possible. Monica falls into a frozen lake and drowns. As Daisaku enters the arena, well, he changes his mind and immediately leaves. Okay, well, bye Daisaku. I guess he's like, you know what? It doesn't feel like I'm gonna win today, so he's just like, I'm leaving on my own terms. A shame. Just like this at the start of day one. Joe trying to use his special attack on Pewter, the Mega Destruction Ball of Darkness and Destruction. But it does no damage, because he didn't add that little extra kick to it. Teruteru sees Naoto holding a meeting with Sonya, Kori, and Gozu. Taichi couldn't get any sleep last night because of his allergies. Oh, it is spring, poor boy. Raph goes nya-nya to annoy Kay. I think Kay would probably find it adorable. Crazy Yoko sees a completely pale Taka washed ashore, unmoving. Crazy Yoko revives him with CPR, but doesn't stop when Taka regains consciousness. Gross. Maki can't stop itching her eyes from allergies. Everyone's getting the allergies this time. That's a shame. Kyoko confesses how much she has come to hate Teddy. Teddy's like, the feeling's mutual. Kai makes a slingshot. Okay, good. Slingshot Kai, I see an array of tools. I don't know, maybe he might got this. He might have this. Keep an eye out for him. Alter Ego takes a sip of tea, but the hot liquid proves to be too much for it, and Alter Ego spits it all out onto Mizuki's face. I don't know how you spit out some digital tea, but we don't ask questions here. The dude collects fruit from a tree. That's dangerous. Aiko wakes up dead. You hate to see it. Gundam tries to sneak attack Sarah, but Sarah catches on and runs away. Izuoi's leg gets trapped in a bear trap. Fat Togami gets a sickening smile and repeatedly punches Izuoi to death while he is incapacitated. Okay, Fat Togami, alright. You're trying to get everybody a fan vote, I see you. Ibuki rests in a fruit tree can and questions her sanity. Kurumi and Kana track down and kill Seiko. Seiko, oh no. Monokuma tries to sneak attack Hina, but Hina catches on and runs away. Munakata finds a Yeet Ball. He wants to be in next season's Yeet Ball episode. I'll remember that. Usami receives a bottle of poison from an unknown sponsor. Yasuke plays chess with death and also wins. Kotoko begs for Hajime to kill her. He refuses keeping Kotoko alive. Celeste finds a fedora, puts it on. Samugi suddenly yells out, "Celeste the platypus!" Oh, she's got iron will, nerves of steel, and several other metal-themed attributes. Chiaki wants a nickname similar to sharpshooting, steel-minded Big Sister Sarah. Yosuke stabs Makoto with a tree branch. Rise drives to McDonald's. I'm sorry. Let's take a step back there. Rise drives up to McDonald's and wants an ice cream. Fortunately, the ice cream machine is working. How lucky. How? That's impossible. I don't believe that event. That event is a lie. Masaru tapes a piece of paper to his head that says, "I'm dead, leave me alone," and just lays down. I believe it! Gerald tells Fuyuhiko that he is a cardboard clone of Gerald created by me, as Lysithea steps on a Lego brick wall barefoot but shrugs off the pain we lost. 12. 12 are gone. And thus, I do believe it is time for a Claire de Lune 4. Gonta, Chisa, Dimitri, Kibo, Pennyworth, Crazy Yoko, extra large, Monica, Daisaku, Aiko, Izuyoi, Seiko, Makoto. And as we take a peek at everybody's statuses, we have quite a few left actually, because this is a pretty big game. I think it was 54 to start. We have 42 left. That checks out, I think. I don't know. How many did we just lose? 12? That checks out. Cool. So it was 54. The first row completely in. Second row just lost Crazy Yoko extra large. Third row just lost Izuyoi. Fourth row lost all of Hope's Last Stand. My gosh, y'all aren't having a great season. Next row only lost Pennyworth. The next row lost Dimitri, and going to the row after that lost Monica and Aiko. This row after that lost Chisa and Daisaku, and the final row lost Seiko. That's the 12 that are gone. We gotta keep going because we got 42 remaining, which could really get down to your saving grace picks in the matter of a day, depending on what happens. What will happen? We gotta proceed to find out though. Like night 1, Taka throws a Molotov at his tag team partner. After the fire dissipates, Taka is still perfectly okay somehow. But how's Hajime? But how's Hajime? Kyoko hits Gerald with some sweet chin music, but I think he survives. You gotta work on your footwork, Kyoko. Masaru stands out of Kurumi's camp. Masaru is trick-or-treating because he still thinks that it's Halloween. Someone's gotta explain to that poor boy. Kotoko starts a dance party. Celeste, Teruteru, and Yosuke join in. It's actually just a good time had by all. Y'all are supposed to be cleaning, not dancing. I'll remember that. Yasuke receives a hatch from an unknown sponsor. Teddy berates Sonya for not protecting him better. Rise and Ibuki, the rest of this event is not welcome in a school environment. Are they dead or are they alive? I don't know. I will admit, this is the event that is either okay or death. You'll just have to wait and see. That could be the entirety of Rock Opera Inn, or they might have just... who knows what they did. Hina finds a discarded dimensional scythe, although it has lost its abilities to open portals to the Despair Dimension. It works very well for slicing Mizuki to pieces. That's nasty. Taichi has no more motivation. Maki grabs a kitchen knife. I hope it's just for self-defense. Munakata and Joe talk about the tribute still alive. Monokuma challenges Fuyuhiko and Raph to an anything goes pancake eating competition. Fuyuhiko eats the most pancakes and is entered into the World Pancake Championship Invitational. What is that? I guess we'll see. Alter Ego accidentally steps on a landmine. These landmines, I don't know what it is about landmines recently, but they have been popping off. Peter is trapped in a box with a small device that can release a deathly poison every hour. Is he dead? Is he alive? We can only find out if we click proceed. Okay, well yeah, there's 2 events like that in there now, and this is the other one. I didn't expect them both to proc on the same day. So we got 3 people to watch out for. Crazy Yoko's ultimate move is fully charged. Lysithea and Fat Togami take some pictures of the Aurora Borealis before going to sleep for the night. Usami, Kori, and nobody else get on a balcony and watch the stars together. Kei, Gozu, Samugi, Kana, and Chiaki get together and form an idol group. Gundam, Cannon, Kai all receive candy bars from an unknown sponsor. On an act of pure, unadulterated evil, Kai eats all the candy bars while everyone is out gathering supplies and frames Cannon with a piece of cloth from her shirt. An outraged Gundam strangles Cannon while Kai just stands there smirking. Kai, you nasty, how could you? Naoto just watches all of this. She finds an etch a sketch. She's like, after a few hours creating a masterpiece, you love to see it. Deju ain't afraid of no ghosts. Sarah's actually quite fairly terrified by some ghost. I wonder who they look like. We'll proceed to day 2. Gerald attempts to do a cool skateboard trick, but ends up with his guts splattered on the pavement. Oh, Gerald, who told you to get a skateboard? That's not your thing. Mudokata runs towards Kurumi with an intent to kill. Kurumi blows pollen at Mudokata, who begins sneezing uncontrollably. I don't know who's worse in that scenario. You don't blow pollen at somebody. Kurumi, you're nasty too. Crazy Yoko steps on a Lego brick wall barefoot, shrugs off the pain. She truly is crazy. Sarah is theorizing about how best to counter Avi's jinx. I'll remember that, Sarah. Ibuki defeats Raph in a fight but spares his life. It looks like Ibuki and Rise survive then. Taka investigates the school grounds looking for clues. Maki attempts to strangle Taichi but awkwardly ends up massaging his shoulders. Dedu tells Yosuke that he is a cardboard clone of Dedu created by Avi. I believe that. I would create a cardboard Dedu. Yasuke and Teru play tricks on Joe while Fat Togami steals from his room. Joe, the champ, notices what's going on and in a fit of rage murders them all. Yeah, Joe's not someone to mess with this season. He's had a couple moments where he's just popped off, and that's one of them. Lysithea sees smoke rise in the distance, decides not to investigate. Kyoko falls into a pit but somehow lives. Corey throws a pebble in anger in a strange series of events. It causes a small landslide, killing Celeste, Gundam, and Hina. It started with an alien device did what it did. It stuck itself upon her wrist with secrets that it hid. Now she has superpowers. She is no ordinary kid, transforming into 10 different aliens. It's Rise. 10. Usami, Teddy, Sonya, and Pewter track down and kill Fuyuhiko. Well, Pewter's alive. Looks like no poison for Pewter, but murder for Fuyuhiko. Tsumugi takes a long nap. Hajime slams Monokuma through a table. Kotoko and Kana enter a rebuttal showdown. Naoto and Chiaki hunt for other tributes. Masaru does a cool skateboard trick to amuse Gozu. That's how you do it. Gerald, take notes. You're dead. You can't take notes. Kai wants to be a stepping stone for everyone else, and Kei cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide. No, Kei. That's not okay. That's not Kei. We'll proceed. We lost. Another 12. If I can say anything about this game, it's been consistent. We're at your final 30 then. And after this, Claire de Lune 4. Mizuki, Alter Ego, Canon, Gerald, Yasuke, Teru, Fat Togami, Celeste, Gundam, Hina, Fuyuhiko, Kei. We'll see everybody's statuses, we will. And as we see them, prepare for trouble still has Sonya, Proud Father still have Taichi, Fusion Ha completely in. They were the champs at the very, very beginning of this season, won them at the end of last season. They've still been a team to be recognized. The Asylum still has Crazy Yoko, the Big Sister still has Sarah. In the Family still has Corey with 3 KOs, never forget. Mind Trip, Pewter, Dark Arts Specialist, Lysithea, and Kotoko. Apparently Hajime was also fine when Taka tossed that Molotov at him, don't forget about that. Joe's still in for the Pure Boys. No Iron Team has Chiaki. The rest of her row is completely out. That's shocking. Same for over here. Kurumi remains for At Your Service. The Strongest Sweetheart still have Raph. Eye for an Eye with Mudokata. Headphone Vibing still vibing out completely. And so are the Mysterious Mascots. Say It Ain't So still has Kana. The Mastermind Tsumugi. Rock Opera completely in, even though they could have been completely out. Usami for Homeroom. The Flourishing Florist still have to do. Mask On still has the Great Gozu. And the Secret Assassins and Expert Deductions are still completely in. And we gotta keep going. You know we do. You know for a fact that we do. We have 30 left. 20 more until you're saving Grace Picks. But for right now, we gotta get there. We gotta get 20 more gone. And we could do that as we click proceed and see night 2 starts with the Great Gozu getting infected with the Despair Disease and starts insulting everyone who passes him by. Relentlessly. Chiaki develops an irrational fear of Usami after having a nightmare about her. Interesting. I do believe that is irrational, because y'all are homies. Joe and Yosuke's rigs Yosuke's shelter with explosive, but accidentally trips over the detonator, blowing himself and the shelter to smithereens. So, does Yosuke survive? I think he might. Monokuma makes a hot stew for dinner before bedding down for the night. Oh, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people in that event down there. Pewter puts his trust in Taichi and allows himself to fall backwards. Taichi does nothing and watches him fall down. How rude to do. And Maki tells Naoto Dedu, Maki, and Naoto tell each other their pet peeves, and here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Kana, Kori, Lysithea, Hajime, Munakata, Rise, Crazy Hiyoko, Teddy, Samugi, Raph, and Kai are forced to vote on which of them is a traitor, then have that traitor be executed. Teddy is voted as the traitor and is turned to dust. Teddy, really? The traitor? Did they vote right? I guess we'll never know. But I will say, we can keep going. As Kurumi grabs a baseball bat and bashes Masaru to death with it. A shame. Kyoko has no weaknesses. Avi breathes. I did do that. I am breathing. Taka suddenly falls over dead. I didn't do that. That wasn't my fault. Me breathing and Taka falling over dead, there's no correlation. Not a single one. Sonya sets up an outdoor generator, space heater, and floodlights. Kotoko and Ibuki huddle for warmth. And Sarah's bleeding out, but thankfully she receives fresh blood from an unknown sponsor. The fresh is what worries me. Who's out there just donating fresh blood? Which one of you is it? You need some help. We'll proceed. To day 3, Maki ambushes Monokuma and kills him. Kurumi cleans the kitchen with her new kitchen gun. I buy that. Dedu sets Samugi on fire with a Molotov. Rest in peace to her. Sarah glares at Crazy Yoko and says, "Do you want to die?" Crazy Yoko just runs away. Hajime reminisces about season 3. Is that the season that he got his first win as a sheep? It might have been season 4, but I think it might have been season 3. 1, 2, I think it was season 2 actually, now that I think about it. We'll keep going. Because Gozu kills Lysithea with her own weapon, one half of the Agents of Chaos out of this one. Kyoko goes hunting. Pewter confides in Kai. Naoto tries to sleep through the entire day. Kori and Usami fight Kotoko and Rise. Kori and Usami survive, so that's the other half of the Agents of Chaos gone, and one half of Rock Opera gone too. Rest in peace to Rise. Raph accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. Okay, well, that's the end of the Strongest Sweethearts too. Taichi investigates the school grounds looking for clues. Sonya doesn't want to live on this planet anymore. Monokuma wants Avi to give cinnamon rolls a chance. Now, I love pancakes, but let me tell you, I love cinnamon rolls too. I don't need to give them a chance. Cinnamon rolls, they are top tier. 100% top tier. Don't add me. If you're hating on cinnamon rolls, we need to sit down and have a discussion, because there's somebody hurt you somewhere down the line, and for you to not like cinnamon rolls, we gotta fix you. We gotta fix it up. Kanon, Ibuki, Chiaki, and Yosuke hunt for other tributes as we proceed to the fallen tributes. Really? Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, in that case, we lost another 10. Still pretty consistent, actually. We are at your final 20, which means after this, Claire de Lune 4. Joe, Teddy, Masaru, Taka, Monokuma, Samugi, Lysithea, Kotoko, Rise, Raph. I could have just re-recorded that a little bit. No. Let's see everybody's statuses. What's your final 20? Sonya for Prepare for Trouble. The Proud Fathers have Taichi. Hajime now remains for Fujan Ha. The Asylum still has Crazy Yoko. The Big Sisters have Sarah. In the Family has Kori with 5 KOs. He's popping off. Mind Trip has 2 KOs from Pewter. No AI and Team has Chiaki. Never count her out. Kurumi for At Your Service. Eye for an Eye, Munakata. Headphone Vibe, and Yosuke. Say It Ain't So, Kana. Rock Opera, Ibuki. Homeroom, Usami. The Flourishing Florist, Dedu. The Great Gozu mask on. All of the Secret Assassins and all of Expert Deduction still in your final 20. But we still gotta lose 10 more until your saving grace picks. So let's proceed. Let's keep going to get to that point. Are you ready? I think we have to be. Let's go on. Let's proceed to see Night 3, as Naoto finally finishes her novel. I would legitimately give that a read. Hajime finds an Etch-a-Sketch and shows Kana the portrait he made for her. Kana loves it and kisses Hajime on the forehead. I don't know why, but this actually just sounds like the most wholesome thing that's ever happened. But less wholesome, Kai gets a hold of my soundboard and plays Megalovania. got it back. Kori refuses to leave an injured Yosuke's side. Taichi, Munakata, Crazy Yoko, and Usami tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Sarah wants to buy Gozu's gamer girl bathwater. Gozu destroys Sarah for acting like a degenerate male. Okay! Pewter finds a big red button, decides to leave it be. Kurumi explains the entire Danganronpa Hunger Games lore in 10 minutes. Chiaki introduces Maki and Kyoko to her imaginary friend. There's nobody there. Maybe if you're not imaginative. But I see someone there. Ibuki hates Sonya so strongly that she created an entire squad against Sonya. Who would do such a thing? Nobody ever has evoked such. No, that's the thing that I did. I've done that against Sayaka. The ghostly howls of wolves wake up Dedu, and we will proceed now to day 4. I'm surprised that it wasn't like the feast or an arena event, shockingly enough. Pewter starts a cult. Kyoko, Taichi, Usami, and Kurumi happily join Ibuki. Hajime and Naoto come up with a complicated escape plan. I feel like this hasn't come up in a long time, actually. The complicated escape plan? I just feel like it hasn't come up in a while. Sonya is tied down to a table and forced to listen to Munakata's monologue about himself. Sonya dies of boredom. Yosuke, Maki, and Chiaki track down and kill Kana? What's wrong with you three? Crazy Yoko and Kai have a picnic on a cliff. Why would you do that? I mean, that's nice, but Avi comments on how nice it is. Suddenly the cliff falls from beneath Crazy Yoko and Kai, killing them both. Okay, well. Oops. Kori doesn't want to live on this planet anymore. Dedu finds a magical staff brimming with arcane energy using a spell of his own making. He kills Gozu. Didn't know you had some strong reason in you, boy, but alright, good on you. We'll proceed now to Eclair de Lune. Yes, still Eclair de Lune. We still have 14 left. I'm shocked we haven't had a feast or an arena event, but we're still losing a good number of people, especially after this Eclair de Lune 4. Sarah, Sonya, Kana, Crazy Hyoko, Kai, Gozu. As we see everybody's statuses, we're really down to the final 14. Taichi, Hajime, Kori, Pewter, Chiaki, Kurumi, Munakata, Yosuke, Ibuki, Usami, Dedu, Maki, and the entirety of Expert Deductions. It's your final 14. 4 more until your saving grace picks, but that means we have to lose 4 first. And knowing this simulator, and knowing pretty much every day that's happened in this particular simulation, we're probably gonna lose more than 4. But let's see how many we do lose as we proceed to night 4. Taichi and Chiaki hold hands. Naoto goes to the dog shelter and lets all of the dogs out. So it was you! You let the dogs out! You! Munakata, Kori, and Kyoko all have some s'mores around the campfire. Ibuki gets a hold of my soundboard and every single time. This is the second time today. What is it with this megalovania? Why is everyone feeling in their souls? I mean, it's a pretty good bop, I'll tell you what. I'm doing a little bit, but I'm gonna tell you what, I'm taking it back. Proceeding. Keeping it going. Usami and Yosuke hold hands. Hajime starts a fire. Kurumi and Pewter become best friends after bonding over a shared love of 17th century sea shanties. Still a tongue twister if I ever do say so myself. Maki is the unknown Maki's unknown sponsor is actually Dedu. Dedu is rooting for Maki to win. I approve of that. We'll go ahead and proceed though. We didn't actually lose anybody today. It's the feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Maki decapitates Usami with a sword. That's my singles ride or die. It hurts to see her go. Ibuki accidentally steps on a landmine. You gotta love Ibuki. It's sad to see her go. Pewter enjoys, where is he? Some steamed hams despite the fact that they are obviously grilled. Hajime and Chiaki get into a fight over raw meat, but Chiaki gives up and runs away. Kurumi digs a tunnel beneath the cornucopia to steal items without being seen. That's smart. That's smart. Munakata decides not to attend the feast. Dedu takes a staff leaning against the cornucopia. Naoto kills her own tag team partner Kyoko as she tries to run. There's been a lot of little team betrayals today. As Kori, Taichi, and Yosuke get into a fight, Yosuke somehow, someway triumphantly KOs them both. Even the man's Kori who has been popping off today. That's nuts. We're at your final 10, but we gotta keep on keeping on. We're below your final 10 at this point as we proceed. As Kurumi, Pewter, and Naoto band together to fend off a pack of starving wolves, I think everyone else is just chilling because Chiaki starts a cult and Dedu and Hajime, clearly. Munakata and Maki all happily join and Yosuke goes hunting. We lost, unless there's an arena event. Of course there is! Tributes gather at Celeste Holiday Mansion to celebrate the spring holidays. Okay. Me. There hasn't been an arena event, there hasn't been a feast the next day. Arena event, feast, both, 2 in 1. And we don't get it often, but here we are as Naoto dares Dedu to eat an egg in one bite. Dedu chickens out. Hajime dares Maki to eat an egg in one bite. Maki chokes to death, but at least she wasn't a coward like you, Dedu. Munakata dares Yosuke to eat an egg in one bite. As he looks up at the previous 2 events, Yosuke chickens out. Pewter playfully throws an egg at the back of Chiaki's head. Chiaki didn't find it so funny and beats him to death with an Easter basket. And Kurumi eats too many Dave-shaped marshmallows and dies from a sugar overdose. You hate to see it. Are we at your final 5? We lost 8. So after, first of all, this Clear Day Lune 4. Usami, Ibuki, Kyoko, Kori, Taichi, Maki, Pewter, Kurumi. We had 14? We needed to lose 4, so we're at your final 6 now. Yes, we're at your final 6, which means we didn't dodge Samurai Woman. You love to hear that. But it's your final 6, and I think it's 6 separate teams, actually, yes. No team is completely in anymore. But I will tell you, how your picks doing? I know you made them in the comments. You always do, and it makes me so pleased, so happy. But however, sometimes your picks are not so well. I've seen them. Sometimes my picks are not so well, usually. But that's why we have this little portion that we like to call your Saving Grace picks. We have Fusion Ha's Hajime back in the top 6. Chiaki here in the top 6 as well for No AI and Team. We have Eye for an Eye's Munakata here in the top 6. Headphone Vibin Yosuke here in the top 6. We have Flourishing Florist Dedu here in the top 6. And lastly, but not leastly, Naoto for Expert Deductions for the fan vote here in the top 6. So give me your first, second, and third. You know what you gotta do in the comments. Comment on your comment, like your own comment, edit your comment, whatever you gotta do to make sure that your Saving Grace pick is known. It's like a record of being right. And who doesn't love being right? This is your final 6. I'm gonna make my first, second, and third picks right now while you make yours. I said eye for an eye for the victory, so I'm gonna stay for eye for an eye for a victory. Give me Murakana for first. Give me Naoto for second. Because I don't think we're gonna get a fan vote from this. In fact, the tag team bracket might not have a fan vote this go around. Give me third. Yosuke is unintentionally popping off, so give me Hajime. Wizard Robe Hajime. Give me him for third. So I will take Munakata, Naoto, and Hajime. So hopefully you made yours. Because we just gotta keep going. We gotta proceed. Because it's these final 6. It's Hajime. It's Chiaki. It is Munakata. It is Yosuke. It's Dedu. And it is Naoto. Their hearts are beating in sync with the same rate as that of the same pulse. If you pulled up a little pulse, she was like 0 dead. 10,000, what's your heart doing? Overdrive. But right there in the upper part, but not close to 10,000, because that's pretty much deathification. Their pulse is the same rate of a samurai woman. The final 6, one team will come out on top. Who will they be? Let's proceed to find out. At the start of night 5, Dedu has a fever dream while sleeping. He wakes up to Kyoko standing right over him. Okay, Chiaki, I thought she was dead, but okay. Chiaki asks for hope at Avi's wares and despairs. I should have warned Chiaki not to do that. I'm pretty sure. So I've trained all of the employees. When someone asks you for hope at Avi's wares and despairs, you kill them on sight. So that one might be my bad. Hajime walks into a portal, his molecules get all rearranged and he gets ghost powers. Yosuke gets a hold of Avi's soundboard. Within an hour, he is struck down for copyrighted music. How dare you? Naoto swaps Avi's pancakes for waffles. Naoto pays dearly for her crimes. Munakata accuses Avi of being not the real Avi? What? No, go ahead, we'll proceed. Impossible, it's your final four. Yosuke attempts to strangle the dude, but awkwardly ends up massaging his shoulders. Munakata breaks out that cold weather wardrobe. I don't know why you need it, boy. Actually, there are some, like, crisp spring mornings that you need that for. I'll let you slide with that one. And Hajime sneezes. Someone get him some allergy medication as we proceed. We lost two. The two last ladies in this one. And thus, it is a terrible turnabout for Chiaki. Naoto. I really should have warned Chiaki about ordering hope at Avi's wares and despairs. I think I told you guys about it on Sunday. We don't saw hope here. If you ask for hope, you perish. I think I said that. Hajime is still in. So is Yosuke with 4 KOs, Munakata as well, and Dedu with 2. Interestingly enough, so there will be no fan vote. But Fusion Ha wants to come back for those titles, and the other 3 are all fresh teams. Fresh faces to the competition in terms of tag team action, not fresh faces. Technically, Yosuke and Dedu are all fresh faces for the season. Munakata, for the first time in Eye for an Eye, could pick up a win, but however, it's these 4, Hajime, Munakata, Yosuke, and Dedu caught in what we like to call a crisis. That's the wrong music. This is the right one. Yeah, that's a crisis of fate right there. Whew. Are you ready? Let's do it. We can't dilly and dally too much because we just gotta proceed to see that Yosuke, Hajime, and Munakata play a game of Monopoly. Yosuke loses all of his properties and flips the game board over. Dedu unknowingly eats toxic berries. I was low-key rooting for him, but it's a shame. We'll proceed. Headphone Vibe and Fusion Ha, and lo and behold, Eye for an Eye will proceed. None of them perish because Hajime just advertises his Fangon to Munakata, and Munakata's impressed and he checks it out. This is also interesting because it's like 2 of Hades' teams using his event. Yosuke couldn't get any sleep last night because of his allergies. We'll proceed once again. We lost 1, and it's a good boy. I love him to bits. Hate to see him go. It's a terrible turnabout indeed for Dedu. Which means you know who's left. It is Fusion Ha, former tag team champions, Hajime. It is Eye for an Eye, Munakata standing tall, and Headphone Vibe and Yosuke with 4 KOs. It is anybody's game. 1v1v1 in a crisis of fate. One of them will go to the finale. Who will it be? Let's proceed. Let's find out. No dillying, no dallying. It's just night 7. As Hajime stays awake all night, Yosuke and Munakata get onto a balcony and watch the stars together. It is day... It is day the end because... Hajime attempts to do a cool skateboard trick, but ends up with his guts splattered on the pavement, and Yosuke. So close. But after all of those KOs, after all of those battles, just narrowly making it out each time, finally bleeds out due to untreated injuries, which means there's only one man left standing. And as we proceed to see that it's not either of these two men, a terrible turnabout for Hajime, Yosuke. We don't even need to, well, we'll see everybody's status. It's just this once. We'll go ahead and scroll down, look at that, take a peek. There's only one man's left. Only one man's left, and only with a single KO to his name. As we go back to the fallen tributes, we can calm that down. We can click proceed because we see that your winner, representing Eye for an Eye, bringing Dimitri with him to the tag team finale. It is your man's, the one and only, Munakata takes his big win. You gotta love it. Good on you, Munakata. You needed one. He got one. He needed one. He got one. Look at him. Proud of him. And right now he's got two eyes, but eye for an eye, you know how they do. They made this work. Where did Dimitri actually finish? I was gonna say he got out early, didn't he? Was all alone for most of the game, but Munakata survived. Survived. Didn't get a kill at the end either. Survived. Has 1 kill overall, but he, once again, survived. Yosuke in second place with 4 KOs almost came through for headphone vibing, but not today. Hajime, they've been really creeping to the top spots, Hajime and Taka, but couldn't quite get it done for Fujian Ha. Dedu in 4th place, the flourishing florist. Naoto in 5th, 1 KO. Chiaki in 6th, 2 KOs. Kurumi in 7th place, 2 KOs. Pewter 8th, Maki 9th, and Taichi rounding off your top 10. And we'll do a slow scroll for everyone else. Look at them all. Good on them. Good on them all. They all did it. Poor Gonta out first. Baraf did okay for him, 21st. But Dimitri got out 3rd, and you know, Munakata just did better. Just did better. Woo, we can go on. We can proceed. Congratulations to Eye for an Eye. They got this one. They earned this one. Munakata's now on both brackets, so really good on him. It started with Gonta getting trampled by Gundam, Crazy Yoko, and his own tag team partner, and it ended with Munakata just watching from the side as Hajime attempts to do some cool rad skateboard tricks. Air guitar Hajime trying to be super cool. Got splattered on the pavement. Yosuke had a heck of a game, but bleeds out due to untreated injuries, leaving Munakata as your last person standing. So congratulations. You don't need 20/20 vision to win these games. As we proceed, Corey actually had the most KOs, 5 KOs, good on him. Yosuke with 5, Joe with 3, Maki with 3, Usami with 3, Chiaki, Dedu, the Great Gozu, Gundam, Kurumi, and Pewter all with 2, everyone else with 1 or less. Eye for an Eye in 1st, Headphone Vibin in 2nd, and Fujian Ha were your top 3 teams. So as we go back to the reaping and see the tag team bracket, which is coming to a close soon. Real soon. Will the Agents of Chaos even reign? Will they reign Chaos, or will they just sneak their way into the championship match by not reigning Chaos at all? It's a possibility. I did not think about that. Would that be truly chaotic, keeping everyone in suspense, then sneaking their way into the finale and winning the whole thing? I think that would be a story to tell if they don't reign Chaos. That would be fantastic, but might not happen at all. We'll see. In a couple weeks, to be completely honest, because this season is winding down. It's been a fun one. Singles tomorrow. I don't know how that's gonna go, because it's a 50-50 shot for that wheel. But we saw today, close to half means nothing, but close to half last time hit, and Kaede became the champ. So, we'll see what happens. Congratulations once again to Eye for an Eye and Munakata. Good for them. They earned it. They did earn it. I think that's it. OCs are next Sunday, not this Sunday. Yeah, that's it. I think we're just good to go. I think we're set. Are you guys set? Everyone set? Good? Good? Great? Oh, everybody clear? As near the 39th dimension, you good? Okay, cool. I don't really care. He's popping off. Maybe get over here. This isn't supposed to be my episode. Stay classy. Year of the Ascent. Toon Link Dave, United States Aviator. See you tomorrow. Or I won't. Well, I will. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Briefly. Toodaloo. Like her. Thanks for watching.